How's it going, guys? This is Double Wide 6, and today we're taking a look at my zero turn mower. This is what I use to do a little bit of lawn mowing. It's Toro Z Master Commercial 60-inch deck. I have the 7 gauge deck. You can get this mower with either the Turbo Force deck or the 7 gauge deck, and it's pretty much the same mower as an X Mark, and this one's a 2009. So today I'm going to show you guys how to take off the blades so that you can sharpen them. So we're going to take you through the process. So step one, we're going to put our jack under there, and we're going to jack up the whole mower and the deck. So as you can see, we got the entire machine jacked up, and I put a bucket under the front wheel. You could probably use jack stands if you have them, but I don't. So anyhow, we got it jacked up. Next step, we're going to remove the belt covers. So you just pop up the clip, lift it up, and slide it back. These covers are now plastic. They used to be metal. And you'll notice I'm missing the belt. I just broke the belt yesterday. The next thing I like to do is lift up this plate here so we have access to all our pulleys, and we'll just leave that up there in place. So here's what we got. The mower up on one bucket, tilted back. I still have the jack underneath it just in case, and now we have access to the blades. Alright, we're going to start with this pulley here. There's a bolt on here that's 15/16. So what I like to do is put a box wrench on that bolt. So I'll put a box wrench on there just like this. We're going to take our wrench and we're going to lock it in on the bolt. And you'll notice that the end of the wrench is kind of pinched between the chain and the metal there. That's just to hold the nut from spinning when I loosen up the spindle on the bottom. Next thing we're going to do is put a ratchet on the bottom underneath the spindle to loosen up the blade. So here's a look underneath the deck, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our ratchet, we're going to put that 15/16 socket right on that nut and loosen it up. So here goes. Put that on there, and we're going to crank it till it comes loose. And I think these bolts I have torqued at 100 foot-pounds. So you just want to loosen up the bolt. So we have the nut loosened up. So now we're just gonna take it out by hand. You want to be careful not to drop the blade when you're doing this. Usually the blade sticks up there, but I cleaned the deck out yesterday, so there's not that much grass under there. And I'm using high lift blades for this particular mower. They work pretty well. And there's our bolt, and we're just going to pull that out, and that's how you remove the blades. So now we're going to go on to the center blade. So we're going to use the ratchet on the bottom, and the box wrench we're going to move to the top pulley on there. So we'll take a look at that. So for the center pulley, you're going to take your 15/16 box wrench, and you want to spin it around till it locks in place. I usually have it hit that plate right there. That should hold it. So here's the last bolt we need to get. We're on the discharge side of the deck, and once again I'm going to take that box wrench and I'm going to line it up with our bolt, and you can see I put the other end of the wrench in between the metal here and the chain. That should hold that wrench in place for when I loosen up the bottom of the bolt. Alrighty, so now I got all my blades sharpened and balanced. They're ready to go back on. Generally, I rotate the blades. The end of the blade that gets the most damage on it is usually this one over here. That's because that edge overhangs the wheel and it usually hits the mulch beds and stuff, so it hits a lot of sticks and mulch, so that one gets chipped up. So the one with the most chips I usually put all the way over on the discharge side. Alright guys, so I put the nuts on the blades and the blades back on and rotated them, and this is my torque wrench, and basically I have it set at 100 foot-pounds, and that's what we need to tighten these things up. So we're going to crank these up so this thing clicks, and that's how you tighten up the blades. Alright, that's 100 foot-pounds, so we'll just do each one that way to make sure they're torqued. Alrighty guys, we got everything buttoned up, so now all we have to do is lower the jack. I actually have to lift it up a hair, and then I'll get the bucket out, and then we'll lower the jack and put it down on the ground. With smaller zero-turn mowers, like the consumer ones and not the commercial ones, you could just pick up these front forks right here, grab both of those without a jack, and set it up on buckets so you can get someone to help you, and that's a good way to get at it if you don't have a jack. It's really not that hard to change your blades on your own, and this will work for most zero-turn mowers. Other people use winches. If you have something like a come along, you can put that on top of a pole and raise up the deck that way. Or you can use one of those block and tackle things. If you have one of those, you can hook that on there and kind of use that pulley system to get it up. So if you don't have a jack, there's other ways to do it like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Double Wide 6, and I ask that you please subscribe and please ask questions if you have any. Thanks for watching.